Hey everybody, I'm Chad Petrie. Peace talks between Russia and Ukraine, a recall on peanut butter, and a man indicted in a deadly stabbing. We get to all the big stories this morning on News 5 Now, right now.
Brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers, covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. News 5 Now starts right now.
And welcome into News 5 Now at 8:05, well, a little bit after 8:05. I'm Chad Petrie in today for Shamani Baker. We're covering all the big stories that are happening around town, or some of them, and we'll be getting, of course, to your question of the day and our poll of the day. Some really great responses to our question of the day, so I want to get to all that. But first things first, we go to, as we do every morning, our big stories. Time to count down the big stories that we are following for you right now. Number 5, at least 4 people are dead and more than 24 injured in a multi-vehicle crash on Interstate 25 south of Pueblo, Colorado yesterday. High winds kicked up clouds of dust, creating brownout conditions with very low visibility. Number 4, Russian and Ukrainian delegations are meeting in Geneva for U.S. brokered talks over the next few days to try and work out a ceasefire. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Russia's latest drone and missile attacks undermine the push for peace. Number 3, a recall of more than 23,000 single-serve containers of peanut butter distributed to 40 states, and among those 40 states, they're also including Alabama, Florida, and Mississippi. The peanut butter may contain small pieces of plastic. The brands involved include Flavor Fresh, House Recipe Creamy Peanut Butter, and Katie's Kitchen Smooth. Number 2, more than 1,800 high school students will get an interactive hands-on look at the transportation industry during the 6th annual Northwest Florida Construction Career Days. That event running today and tomorrow at the Santa Rosa County Fairgrounds, and this event highlighting the wide range of career paths available within the transportation and structural engineering field. And number 1, a grand jury has indicted 55-year-old Joseph Davis for a deadly stabbing. Investigators say Davis killed Dean Chambers last November during the burglary at the AA Top Shop on North Davis Highway. He's being held in the Escambia County Jail without bond. And that's our look at some of the big stories that are happening around our area at this hour. So it is Ash Wednesday, and that's when a lot of people, particularly Catholics, will be going to Ash Wednesday Mass. And we get into finally the Lenten season. You know, everything with Mardi Gras and Fat Tuesday is really leading up to a celebration of Easter. And now we get into this observational time, this time where people are giving up stuff for Lent. Now, the question for us today, the question of the day is, hey, what are you giving up for Lent? Some people do it, some people don't, but we had some really great responses to this. I'm going to scroll down and just read a few of those responses here. Let me get the cursor in the right spot. All right, Glenn says, I'm not giving up anything for Lent this year. As a matter of fact, I'm taking on 2 to 3 additional vices. Life is too short. Have some fun. Jimmy Jones says he's giving up vegan food and says it's easy because he's not a vegan. And Susan says, I'm taking on a personal journey to try and return to church. That's a noble goal as well. Darlene has an interesting one as well. She says that she's giving up rushing. Instead of rushing to get up, rushing to turn off the alarm, rushing to take my medicine, rushing to work, rushing to cook, I'm trying to prioritize my day so I can focus on what matters most. Lee says, I give clothes out of my closet, at least one piece for every day of Lent, sometimes more. Carolyn says she's going to try to give up people, friends, men, and overthinking. So, again, a lot to think about what you might be giving up for Lent. This also brings another great little fact around, is that, you know, it's not just Christianity, but there are many world religions. Most world religions have some form of abstinence when it comes to worldly vices, or in this case, fasting. You know, sometimes fasting can be a part of Lent. For Muslims, it's Ramadan, and of course, there are some high holy days in Judaism, which also have a degree of fasting as part of the element and the observation to them as well. So if you want to contribute to that and have your own comments for it, of course, we always look forward to people adding to that as we go on throughout the day. Another thing that we're asking people about is, of course, our poll, our News 5 poll, and our poll from yesterday is, should Fat Tuesday be a national holiday? And I think as long as most people were in this area, or at least the ones that are voting are in this area, they probably have a very strong opinion on whether or not it should be, and probably mostly in favor. So the hearts say yes, and we've got 218 so far on the heart side saying yes, and 194 on the no side with the thumbs up. So mostly people say yes. You know, coming from an area that was outside of the South, at least when I was growing up in Maryland, Fat Tuesday, that barely gets a mention or any regard. There are no parades for Mardi Gras in my part of the world, and it's amazing to see just how much time and energy and fun is dedicated to it. That's what makes this area really cool, is to have all this stuff. Did you have a really cool Fat Tuesday? Do you have a good memory from yesterday? What, if anything, stood out for you from Fat Tuesday for yesterday? Well, I have to say, for as far as my Fat Tuesday yesterday, I've been doing Fat Tuesdays, gosh, since, let me think here, how long? I think my first Fat Tuesday was in 2008. So this is my 18th year doing coverage. So I'm not able to like play like a normal person on Fat Tuesday. I'm still like in work mode. But as far as Fat Tuesday coverage went this year, this was I would say, the most frictionless Fat Tuesday I've ever had. Everything just went right. From the very first task I had to do in the morning, everything just clicked and everything went along. Yeah, it was a long day, a lot of hard work, but everything was just moved right along. And I'm so pleased with that. And everything kind of fell into place. Normally when people say, hey, can I get you some food? Or, hey, would you like something to drink? I have to say no, because it's just not in that time where I would be having a meal, or I've already had something, some water or something that kind of got me satiated. But yesterday, everything fell into place. When somebody said, hey, would you like some bacon and eggs? I'm like, I have not had my breakfast yet. I will totally have that. And when somebody said, hey, would you like some lunch at our area? I said, absolutely. Yes, perfect, because I have not had my lunch yet. Everything just worked out yesterday. I hope your Fat Tuesday was equally as cool and equally as wonderful. Of course, we want you to continue to follow us all day for News 5 at 9 and all the cool stuff that we're doing on social media as well. In order to do that, the best way you can is by following us on Facebook. Click the like button at our WKRG Facebook page, and we'll keep you up to date on all the different events happening around town, and also when News 5 Now happens throughout the day. We thank you for watching us on News 5 Now. I'm Chad Petrie, and we'll see you next time.
Covering news from your neighborhood and around the world. You are watching News 5 Now, brought to you by Green & Phillips Injury Lawyers.
In the courtroom, the judge knows best, and this judge does too. If you've been hurt in a wreck, you need a law firm that knows the system and how it works. I'm attorney David Green. Call or come by anytime. You never need an appointment.